Hi, what's up? Today we're gonna learn how to draw digitally. Well, first, we need to know what kind of devices you would be needing to start drawing digitally. I have here devices that I have used before, and these are the tablet, your iPad, or your Android tablet, a phone, a graphic tablet, and a display tablet. Now, your tablet and your phone are basically the same. They are not for drawing or just drawing. They are usually for many functions. They have lots of functions, and drawing is one of them. Now, if you have enough money, you could probably afford an Apple tablet or a Samsung tablet that has styluses with them with pressure. Before you buy devices that are for drawing, make sure that it has pressure sensitivity. If it does not have pressure sensitivity, it would look like this. Now, if it has pressure sensitivity, your lines would look like this. Nice. Now, there are apps that you can use that are free, that are semi-free, and paid. Now on to the graphic and display tablet. First, what is the difference? Well, a graphic tablet is where you look at your monitor, like such, and draw without looking down. A graphic tablet requires you to plug it in your computer, but there are ones that are wireless. They cost more, but if you have enough budget, you can still get it. This good boy here is a Bamboo Wacom CTL for 170, one of Wacom's oldest model. Look for graphic tablets or display tablets that are affordable and at your price range. You don't have to have the best or the latest models. You just need something that can work for you. Looking at your monitor without looking down is pretty hard. Your eye and hand coordination might not be connecting yet, but just keep doodling and sooner or later, your hand and eye coordination will line up. Now it's time for the almighty, the god of gods, the display tablet. There are display tablets you can plug in and not plug in. A display tablet lets you draw on the screen directly, like paper. This big boy here is the Juvie Canvas GT version 2. There are many options you can choose from if you wish to buy a display tablet. But let's talk about that next time. We'll talk about why you really came here, how to draw digitally. I'll be using the Juvie for this tutorial. Now open your drawing application. Today we'll be using Photoshop. It's not the only art app you can find. Photoshop is a paid app every month. So if you can't afford to pay monthly, there are applications that you can buy and use for a lifetime. For example, the paid apps and the non-paid apps. Now that you have your apps open, we shall begin the drawing process. First is to get your canvas, any size that you see fit to the artwork you're going to create. Now if you look at this area, you can see we already have a background. But for some other drawing applications, you won't have this. But since we're using Photoshop today, there is already a default background for you. You can draw on it, but I advise you not to. I suggest that you first start out with another layer. What are layers? These are basically layers. What can they do? Well, for example, say you are drawing a sphere, and now you're done. Now you want to color it. Oops! The color went out of the line. This is the purpose of layers. So add another layer, then put it under the line art. You see that the color is now under the line art. If you wish to put something on top of the line art, add another layer and put it on top of your line art. Oh, by the way, make sure to put names on your layers. Otherwise, you'll turn into me and get angry every time I draw on the wrong layer. So please, always put names on your layers to tidy and clean it up. But how will you do that? By putting your layers in folders. Don't worry, almost every drawing app that I mentioned here or put on the screen has those. So how does this folder work? I'll show you. If you drag your layer, then move them on the bottom of the folder, then something like this should happen. And hooray! Now you have your layers in the folder that you can close and open. This will be a good help in sorting out layers. I personally separate the line art from the base color to the shading. Your next best friend in digital drawing is the wand tool and the bucket tool. So you want to color this character's skin. Well, the color is not inside the line. How do we fix that? Well, there are many solutions to this, but I'll be teaching you this technique that I usually use. First, you want to make sure your line art has no open holes for this to work effectively. If you have open holes, that means the wand tool will select the inside of your drawing. Now then grab your wand tool and click outside the line art. Now inverse it. You can see the running ants are now focused on your drawing, in which you can now use your bucket tool or get a big brush to fill it up with your chosen base color. Now press Ctrl D to deselect and the ants will disappear. The next important thing is clipping. Now let me give you an example. Let's say your character here, you want to shade them, and you put down another layer. What's this? The color went through. Again, should we use the wand tool and the bucket tool? Well, you don't have to. When you already add the base color of your skin, you can now just clip another layer to that layer. And the colors will only be visible where the base color is visible. Nice! Hey, so this is the end of the tutorial. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain in the background and some people talking too. They're pretty noisy right now, but thank you for giving this tutorial a watch and a listen. And I hope that you learned something from me. So stay artsy and thank you for watching.